We're back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Benny Mielock of Forest Hill Central Hockey. How's it going, buddy?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good. So, just how's the season going so far?
It's going pretty good, I'd say. Practices have been, I think, better than last year, and I think we got some more seniors this year and good leadership. So,
Yeah. So going into this year, I know a lot of people talk about, what you've been able to do throughout your career and stuff like that. But really, just to see this program continue to grow every single year. I got the chance to watch you guys last year, and then, obviously just watch you guys this weekend. But what's it been like to be a part of this program, to see what coach has done with this thing?
since freshman year, it's just been great. I mean, we've been working out harder since freshman year. I mean, freshman year we still worked out, but we know to get to the next level, you got to put in the more work, and I think we have since my freshman year. And this year, I think, you know, the hardest so far.
Yeah. When you look at just this summer for you, I know you're coming off a pretty interesting season just on yourself, but what was it like to get ready for this year and all that?
Well, this year I headed out to New Jersey, so I thought I was going to be there for the whole year. Ended up not really working out the way I thought it would. Um, Kind of the youngest guy on the team, getting scratched a few games, but I came back and I was very excited to start the year with the team because I knew what we had. So I'm just excited to see what can come of it.
Yeah. To see what's it what if for people that may not know, just what position do you play?
I'm a center and a left winger, so
Have you always been that, or have
yeah,
okay? I don't know. Like, I know in youth they always, like, everyone plays every position and all.
everything. Yeah, played goalie before when I was really young. I was pretty. That's what I wanted to do, but my mom wouldn't let me. So
So center has always been like, either forward, left wing, all that fun stuff. Like,
yep.
just did you just always seem to like it?
Yeah, I think I've liked center the most. So I mean, I liked winger, but I like being everywhere on the ice.
Yeah. Just as just somebody that's how would your season in, like, so what were you doing in, like, New Jersey and all that stuff?
So I was playing junior hockey, and to go to like college, you got to, or most kids, they got to play a little bit of junior hockey to get scouted and stuff. So college is kind of the next end goal for me, kind of. So just trying to get there.
Yeah. I know, being out on the west side of the state, I know typically when you think of high school hockey here in Michigan, a lot of people think of, the CC's, Brother Rice, the area that you just left, with Livingston County, with Heartland and Brighton and all those places. But what is hockey on the west side of the state like?
Oh, it's crazy. The rivalries there are insane. The us versus Forest Hills Northern Eastern and East Grand Rapids and GRC. The you can expect the barn to be packed. So it's pretty intense.
What have you gotten better at as an overall player this offseason?
I'd say strength because going into the season I knew I had to put on some pounds and stuff just to be ready for out east, which that didn't work out, but I've definitely gotten a lot bigger and stronger over the off season.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to mention this, but I will anyway. This weekend, Will, you were at Brighton. You experienced something that a lot of people would not want to experience. What's it like? I think your skate blade came off or something like that.
It did.
What was that? What was that like?
Very frustrating. I At first I was like, okay, are the blades too small or like what's going on? But and the skates are brand new, which makes it even more like frustrating. But yeah, the third period, first shift comes off. I'm like, all right, crap. I need to put it back on. Put it back on. Comes off the next shift. Put it back on. Comes off the next shift. I think it happened 4 or 5 times, and then I got it back in. The game goes to like a shootout, and I get it back in. I'm like barely skating on the shootout, and I score, and then I'm like I can feel it, and it's starting to come off when I'm on the bench. And I'm like, great. Uh, but yeah, I got it fixed for the next game, so it's all set.
Shout out to the people at the Big B Coffee Ice Cube in Brighton. So
Yes, very
good time.
thankful for that.
Yeah. Um, just I know obviously you played a really good Clarkston team and a really good Heartland team in the last, last few games. But what was that like for you to play a lot of those teams that you may not get to play because you guys don't come out here that often.
Oh, it was awesome. The teams are great, and it's a good learning experience for us just to play those types of teams just for later on, like for playoffs and stuff, because they can just they can teach you the most. They can show you your flaws and teach you a lot of things, and I think it's important to get those games early in the year.
What was let me ask you this. How do you like mentally get ready for a game?
I like to roll out a little bit, take a walk. I don't really like to get too high. I like to stay low a bit. I don't like the rap music or anything before the games. Honestly, I like little country.
Yeah.
So it's usually how I'm getting prepared.
Okay. And then of course, you got a couple teams that you usually may not see coming up this weekend. Of course, you're playing Lakeland, and then you're going into a really tough Houghton team. But what are the next few weeks going to be like? And then really conference play really begins. We got Reeds Puffer, Byron Center, GRCC, Caledonia, all those teams that are out there. And then what's that going to be like as we close out the month and get ready for the new year in 2025? What do you really want to see out of what do you feel like you guys need to do to really get to have a good December to get ready for a really big January?
Yeah, I think we got a few pretty big games coming up, and it'd be great to win all of them, but chances are, might not happen. But I would just like to see us, stay in the Houghton game and play our best games against the GRC and the Reese Puffer and show them what we got. And I think we can. I think we can do that.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what it's going to be like when you go out there. So
Yeah. Yep.
it'd be fun. But let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Okay.
Okay,
Do it.
so who's your favorite player currently right now?
Favorite player right now would be Dylan Larkin.
Okay.
It's the typical, but yeah, I like him.
Okay. What's okay, best moment from last season?
Best moment from last season, I would have to say beating a really good EGR team, 2-1.
Yeah. Let's see. Um, what's your all-time what's your all-time favorite movie?
All time favorite movie. I don't really have like a favorite movie. I like Step Brothers. I like Elf. I like Happy Gilmore a lot.
A lot of classic movies.
I like the classic ones.
Absolutely. What's Benny's go-to place for food? Now, this is just not before a game, this is just in general.
Hmm. My go-to, I like Chipotle or Qdoba, either one. Qdoba's closer to me, but Chipotle I think tastes better.
Yeah.
So it's probably my go-to.
And finally, what's an interesting fact people may not know about you?
An interesting fact, well, some people might, but I also play baseball. I'm not just a hockey player,
Okay.
and I like to golf too. I'm not that great at it yet, but
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, Benny, thanks so much for the time as always, and best of luck. Best of luck the rest of the season. We'll catch up with you later in the year.
yeah. Thank you very much.